Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent. I was a teaching instructor while I was there. I welcome you to my tube. I keep these short, sweet. I've written a book called IRS Settlements, just so you know. I'm not promoting the book. I could. I just don't. You know, a lot of people are scared what's going to happen when they have a debt with IRS. And I did this, remember, for 10 years. I used to seize stuff. Man, I seized so many assets beside bank accounts and filed levies, liens, cars, house, boats, airplanes. I've seized it all. So people are scared as to what IRS can do when you owe IRS tax debt. So let me just take a minute. I'll explain everything. Most people are over worried, over concerned, and I try to, when people call me and I represent them, the first thing I have to do is kind of tone that down because they have this really false sense of fear in them. IRS just wants to know how they're going to close your case. So the answer to the question, is IRS going to seize your home? I think in the entire United States last year, they must have seized maybe 100 homes. And they're usually for cases where people have done egregious things. They've owed a lot of money. The IRS asks them to do this, do that, maybe get a second mortgage. They haven't done that. So IRS refers the case to the Department of Justice where they'll foreclose on the lien. They can do that. But the chances of that happening to you are slim and none. Can IRS take your bank account? Certainly. They know where you bank at. If you can find out where your levy sources are, you can go to irs.gov and pull up your tax transcripts, wage and income. They will know where you work. They will know all this. So, they can do all those things. But if you call them, it all stops. This is what's so remarkable to me. I'm just lovingly trying to tell you, if you call them and say, hey, I don't have the money or I want an agreement, all this enforcement is off the table. They're just trying to close their inventory. That's it. So stop worrying about what IRS is going to do to you. Just pick up the phone. They're going to make sure you file all your last 6 tax returns. And then at the end of the day, IRS is either going to put you in uncollectible, a payment agreement, or put you into or you can file an offer and compromise. You know, that's why I wrote the book. So I'm just trying to let you know, I think people have an over fear in them. You have to file your returns for IRS to do anything. So I would relax a little about it, but be concerned that you want to take care of it. So is IRS probably going to take your house? No. Chances are extremely slim. Can IRS take your bank account? Yes, once an assessment's made. If you ignore them, and will IRS file a lien? Yes, they'll file a lien. And yes, IRS can also take your passport away if you owe over $64,000. But once again, once you call them, all this really goes away. If you need me, let me know. I'm just trying to give you information, so maybe to give you a little peace of mind. Thank you so much for listening. Give me a subscription.